So, with the recording beginning, I do want to welcome everyone to New Student Orientation again. Thank you for coming and taking a little bit of time. I am going to go over a few things today. So, this is what our agenda is going to be. We're going to go over, I'm going to welcome you to the university. We're going to go over some of the technology requirements, and then we'll hop into like the courses themselves, how course registration works, and the attendance within courses, which is really important, and the kind of like outline, how like the general outline for courses look here at CIU. And then after that, I'm going to talk a little bit about our business writing style, our APA style. We'll talk about Vital Source and how those e-textbooks work. Then I'll do a quick tutorial of the course room so you can see what it looks like. I'll be using today GRC 600 as the example. And then I'm going to go over some resources and information, and then there will be an opportunity for questions at the end. But as I mentioned earlier, if you want to ask any questions, please feel free to just unmute yourself and ask away, and I'd be more than glad to answer them. So to get right to it, welcome everyone to CIU. We're really excited to have you here and really excited to showcase some of the materials that we have that here to support you. And I understand everyone's lives are busy, so I am going to go a little quick. But if anyone needs me to slow down, please just announce it. So congratulations on starting your academic journeys again. Your commitment and your family's commitment are going to help you achieve your aspirations. And we do set the bar high in terms of our degrees that we offer here and give you the resources to make sure that you have the opportunity to blow them out of the water. And we do care about presenting opportunities inside and outside of the course room for you to succeed on your goals and your aspirations. So again, welcome to CIU. Here is a quick sneak peek at our vision and mission statement. This is what lets us helps us guide our decisions here. So I'm just going to read off our mission and vision. So here at California Intercontinental University, we offer relevant, in-demand, accredited online programs designed to enhance each student's professional career. So CIU is committed to equip the next generation of business professionals, leaders, and entrepreneurs with the confidence, qualifications, and competence to succeed in the global business community and economy. And our vision here at CIU is to become the university of choice for entrepreneurial professionals around the globe who are seeking a student-centered, skill-based online education to help them enhance their careers and improve their lives. So as you can see through our sneak peek, that our focus is on the student experience and how to improve that. And then also, this has helped us develop our pillars that we also use. So here's what our pillars look like. Oh, jumped around on me. So each one of these pillars we use to help guide the student experience. So to start off is we like to keep it personal, and we do this through many different forms of support, like our student services support, tutoring services, technical support, all of this while finding ways to encourage you in and out of the classroom. And our second pillar is to make it accessible. We provide a way for students all over the globe to have quality education while making it affordable. And we make it affordable through different things like FAFSA, through your scholarships and flexible payment plans, all to get you the access you deserve. And then we also have pillars for embodying the entrepreneurial spirit. So here at CIU, we were a university built by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. And we want to help people lead, grow, and create as they accomplish their aspirations. And through each one of these pillars, we create new ways of success for each student. So to go over some of the technology requirements that we offer here, in general, it is really simple to do a degree here at CIU. So all you will need is a computer and a reliable internet connection. The computer could be a laptop, it can be a desktop, but it can't be a phone. You're not able to complete your degree through a phone. So with that being said, please make sure to get some kind of computer, laptop, or if you already have one, that's great. And we do offer you the resources that you need to be able to accomplish that, like Microsoft Office 365. So within that license, you're provided with Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, and many different other options to help you while you're doing this. And we do recommend to students to use Google Chrome because that's where we how we test all of the links and everything that we use in the course rooms. So Google Chrome is free. It's really easy to use and also super easy to navigate. We do also suggest using Adobe Acrobat Reader, which this is something that helps you view PDFs and download different files to your computer so that you can take what's in the course room and save it to your desktop. And if you ever run into any issues whatsoever, whether it's forgetting passwords, needing assistance logging in, you're having issues downloading something that we provide to you, you can always reach out to caluniversity.edu/help and submit a ticket very easily. So I do want to go over a quick new policy that we recently implemented in Term 6, and I'll be explaining what terms are later. But currently our university policy on email, so now, and this will be going on during your term as well, all emails addressed to any CIU students, whether it's from staff, an instructor, or the Learn Center, will be delivered through your CIU email. So you'll be given access to a CIU email, and this is where all communication is going to be through. So really quickly to touch upon them, there's two main zones you're going to be spending most of your time in here at CIU. A little bit of your time is going to be spent in the student portal, and then the rest of your time is going to be spent inside the Learn Center. So I want to explain the differences between those two. So the student portal is like the administrative side of your degree. So in here, you'll be able to access degree audits, which allow you to see where you're at in your program and what you've accomplished. You can find your schedule, which shows you classes that you still have remaining and future classes. You can see your current overall grades. You can also find your account and payment information. So like leftover financial aid, your current billing status, anything that's available to you in there. You'll also be able to update your personal information. So you can fill out a form to request an information change, whether you move someplace else, maybe you got married and wanted to change your last name, all those kinds of things. And then also there's an area for you to request a student ID card because, I mean, sometimes places give you nice little discounts to like museums sometimes there's zoos, once if you can supply them with a student ID card. And also some employers require that if you're using your information to apply for a new position, showing that you're improving yourself. And then the Learn Center, so this is like the bread and butter. So this is where you're going to spend 90% of your time. This is where your classes are. And we use a program called Moodle, which is an online resource that holds classes. So we could create an ease of access for you and simply, to put it, making your lives easier. So one really big thing inside the Learn Center is the Student Resource Center. So the Student Resource Center has tons of help in there, whether it's tutor.com, which is a 24/7 tutoring service available to you, a copy of our APA template, which will help you with APA while you're going through the program. And there's also a Turnitin Sandbox plagiarism checker that lets you check the scales of your paper to see maybe if you need to do a little more work based off like the percentage. We do want to make sure that you're not reaching over an X amount of percentage in the course room, and you can work that over with your instructor. But this is a place for you to check it without having to have that conversation. Let's say if it accidentally comes back way too high and you're like, whoa, I need to fix something, or maybe I forgot to cite a source. And there's more details on that inside the Student Resource Center. And then another tab inside the Learn Center is our LIRN online library, where you can find tons of peer-reviewed articles, professional articles to help you if you're writing a paper or need some kind of resource to support something you're trying to talk about. So that's the big difference between the Learn Center and the Student Portal is the Student Portal is the administrative side. The Learn Center is the classes side. So I mentioned terms earlier when I was talking about the email policy. And currently, we are in term 6, which finishes Sunday. So you will be starting in term 7, which begins Monday, September 28th, and will end November 8th. There is term breaks throughout the year. As you can see, there is a gap between term 8 and term 1. And then also there's a term break in spring and one during this summer. So we do offer you breaks because we understand your students and you have a lot that you have to accomplish. So this is a quick sneak peek at that. So the academic calendar is also found in the Student Resource Center as well as in our catalog. So that's a little bit about like the terms, and now I want to talk to you about the actual courses and registration. So here at CIU, you are automatically registered for your classes by the registrar here. So you don't need to worry about waiting up till midnight when the courses open up to log yourself in, select a class, hope that you get in, and when you don't, someone else takes your slot and you have to choose a class that you really don't want to do. We do all of that process for you, making it super easy going from one class to the next. So to kind of talk about each program, our master's degree program here is a 12-course program that contains around 8 core classes and 4 specialization classes. And our doctorate's degree here is a 20-course program with 10 core classes, 5 specialization classes, and a CCA exam. The CCA exam is a free a course that you take before you go into your dissertation. It is not free. But the CCA exam is pretty much a qualifying exam that you have to take before you actually enter your dissertation phase. And then in the dissertation phase, there's 5 classes. So a typical class you could complete in 6 weeks, but in the dissertation, our students here spend an average of a semester, which is around 3 terms, which is around 3 classes. So that's why with the dissertation, it takes a little longer. So it says 5 classes, but it takes longer than traditional 5 classes. And I do want to point out that during the first week, if you're looking to add classes or drop classes, you can you have to do so before week 2 begins. So in week 1, per our policy. So with being able to go into your course room, now you have to worry about tracking attendance. So students must attend and participate in their courses on a weekly basis throughout the program. You're required to log in, as well as you're also required to track attendance. So I'm going to tell you the difference between what is attendance and what isn't attendance. So attendance is either like once you're in your course shell posting an assignment, it's taking an exam or quiz, or maybe you post in a discussion forum or reply in a discussion forum. That is all considered active participation. That is like it's actively doing something in the course room. You did something that tracks attendance. What does not track attendance? A, logging into class does not count as tracking attendance. Logging in does not count. You need to do something. You can't just go in and look. That does not track. You also need to know that like using any of our resources, like let's say you're talking with a student services advisor, not attendance. Talking with your professor, not attendance. Using tutor.com, the plagiarism scanner, anything in the Student Resource Center, using a help form, not attendance. Attendance, as I said, is tracked only using by submitting in your course room either an assignment, discussion, a quiz, reply posts, all of that. And then non-participation in week 1, let's say you don't do anything, you will result in a program cancellation. Just a reminder for those who are receiving any scholarships brought to you by CIU, it is dependent on your GPA. So please, just a reminder, maintain a 3.0 GPA to continue to receive scholarships offered to you by CIU. So here is a quick layout. The layout that I'm going to show you 2 layouts really quick of the MBA program and the DBA program. The first courses that you'll take once you're inside of once you get inside the Learn Center. So the MBA program, you'll start off in a class called MGT 517, Organizational Development. So here's like a quick breakdown of how the week works. I mean, on the day one of week one, you have your introductory post. It's your introduce yourself assignment. Super simple. I also suggest like writing it in a Word document. I'll suggest that for everything you do, write it in a Word document and then copy and paste into the discussion forums. Or if it's an assignment, drag and drop the paper into the assignment drop box. But for example, the day one discussion post that'll be due on Monday of the term, Pacific Standard Time. It's really simple. It's tell us a little bit about yourself, your educational goals, and a couple pieces of technology that you can't live without. Super simple, nice and short, but a great way for you to introduce yourself to your classmates. And also a great way for you to practice talking about yourself because let's say you want to go to an interview, you got to know about yourself and some of the stuff you've accomplished. It's also suggest reading chapters from the books that we provide you or through the resources. There's a discussion post, and I'm going to show you all this when I do the tutorial, but a discussion post is something where you have your initial post due by Wednesday, so answering the question proposed by your professor or the statement. And then by Sunday, you have to respond to 2 of your classmates. So you do your post by Wednesday, and then your classmates, your responses to classmates are due by Sunday. This allows you to interact with the class and also really learn from the conversations you're having. And then there's a newsstand, so like a quick area for you to go in, pop in, and like write a little bit about something. These are generally quick, really easy, but also a great way to engage your learning. And then by the end of the week, you'll have your syllabus quiz. This is pretty much what it is, a syllabus and catalog quiz so that you understand the policies of the course room and some of the policies as a student. And then you'll have your week 1 assignment. This is your larger assignment for the week. You'll have time to work on it. And this is usually it is a Word document submitted in there, but sometimes it'll be a PowerPoint or maybe an Excel sheet. There's a bunch of different options. And then there's different assignments each week, but the layout is pretty similar. And then as you can see, this is the DBA course for doctorate students. They'll be taking GRC 600, Doctoral Academic Study and Writing. And as you can see, it is incredibly similar. And I am going to be showcasing this course today in the demo when I get to the tutorial. And just as a reminder, all of our assignments are due Pacific Standard Time. We do provide you with a clock in the course room, but for example, if your week 1 assignment will be due Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that means on the East Coast, you'll have until 2:59 p.m. Or if you're in a different country, just be aware of what time it is there and then what time is displayed inside the Learn Center. So some commonly asked questions. I do want, like, these are some questions I usually get. I just would like to try and answer them now. Who should I contact for technical support? You can submit a ticket at viacaluniversity.edu/help. Where can I access my degree audits or update my personal information? These can both be done at the student portal at myportal.caluniversity.edu. When is my first course room accessible? So a recent change. So typically we used to do the first day of class, which is Monday. But starting today, once you get all fully enrolled, everything's completed, you've talked with your student services advisor and been onboarded, they provide you with your login credentials, you'll be able to access class today. So you'll have the weekend to look at your coursework, look at your class, explore, feel comfortable. That's a new initiative we did from feedback from the students. So we actually take students' thoughts on the program into consideration to provide the best student experience. And then another common question, do I have to participate in class weekly? Yes. There's weekly course requirements that have to be met each week. With this being said, it doesn't mean it all has to, you have to be doing everything, something every day. I suggest you log in every day, but you just need to be making sure you're submitting assignments by their due date. So if you classes for the weeks, so you can only work on 1 week on a time or work on past weeks, but you can't work on future weeks. So with that being said, it's important to know that like when a week starts, you have until Wednesday to do usually your discussion post and until Sunday to do your assignment and then other assignments mixed in between there. And if you ever have questions while you're in the course room pertaining to coursework, it's never wrong to go to your professor. Your professor is going to be your contact person while you're in that course. They're going to be great help. And also they're a great person since they're teaching the course. They're going to be someone really great to ask questions about the subjects you're learning. So to visit our business writing style here, so all of our assignments are for APA writing style. We do use currently, this will be changing, but we are currently using a mix between the 6th and the 7th edition of APA. And we do provide you with an APA template to help you get back into it. Maybe it's been a while. Maybe you don't know what APA is because you've only used MLA in the past. We provide you with a document template to assist you. And something else we do have, which is really helpful for graduate students, is we do have a self-paced APA course. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't affect your grades in any way. It's a free APA self-paced course for you to take. And courses here are not typically self-paced. They're all like you're given assignments and a due date, and you have to complete them by their due date. But with the self-paced courses that we offer, it doesn't, as I said, it doesn't affect your grades. It gives you knowledge to learn something that would help you, and it's self-paced. You can go at your own pace with the self-paced courses. And our textbooks are a really great part of our online program is that our textbooks are all embedded in the course room or your instructional materials. So as a new student, when you log in and you see a textbook, they're represented by a little green puzzle piece, and then it'll describe the book. But as a new student, you'll have to create a new account, and you can use your student email and those credentials to create it. But once that's done, you'll have there's a app you can get. You can download the app onto your desktop, onto your tablets, onto your smartphones to have access to your books. And if you do this and you download the books, you have the ability to access them offline, which is a really great way. I used to do it too. I download the books on the app, and then I'd read them like when I was flying somewhere. Student resources. So I've touched upon some of these. I'm going to revisit them again, but there's also some here that are different. So there's the LIRN online library, where there's a ton of knowledge-based resource help, peer-reviewed articles, professional articles available to help you with your studies. There's tutor.com, which is a 24/7 tutoring service available to you. There's Grammarly. This is a writing resource. This is something you can download and put into Word, download onto your browser. It's a plugin that helps you practice better grammar skills, sentence structure, punctuation, spelling. It does all of this for you. And also over time, it just improves your general writing because for me, my biggest mistake is spelling the word receive. And like Grammarly has taught me over time how to actually improve that. You have a student service advisor. This is someone who's dedicated to you and helping you accomplish your studies. They're going to be another one of your go-to contacts other than your professor. 90% of the time, if you have questions, your professor is going to be able to answer it for you. But in that rare 10% instance, the other questions can be answered by a student services advisor. And then, as I mentioned, the Turnitin Sandbox that can be found in the Student Resource Center to do a plagiarism scan of your paper. And then there's also a CIU channel. On this channel, you can see introductions by professors. You can see different knowledge-based help videos, like maybe you need to download Office 365. There's a video to help you how to upload a paper to the Learn Center. Tons of knowledge-based help at our CIU YouTube channel. And here's a quick few names. These people are going to be of assistance to you throughout your time here. There's our financial aid officers, Joanna Amaral and Rita Garcia. Joanna sees students A through K, Rita sees students L through Z. There's our registrar, who is in charge of the transcripts and transcripts evaluations. Yeah, you can request a transcript from us or another school using our transcript request form in the Student Resource Center. There's a student accountant. If you have any questions about maybe stipend checks, current billing status, anything like that, like why is this showing on my account, Isaac Garcia will be able to help with that. And then if you have any questions when it pertains to anything and you just don't know who to contact, you could always fill out a ticket at caluniversity.edu/help. So before I go into the tutorial and showcase the Learn Center as well as GRC 600, is there any questions?
Question.
Yes, go ahead.
With regard to the Grammarly application, is that already licensed or?
So the Grammarly license we provide you, it is a premium license that you can download. We give you the instructions on how to do so in the Student Resource Center, as well as there's videos to show you how to do it as well. But it is completely free to you when you start the program, and we give you the resources to download it. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, so basically I did use before, but I usually had to buy my subscriptions.
Mm-hmm. You would just have to make sure that when you get it, you'll use your student email account as your email to create it.
Oh, got it. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have another question, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, can you please, I don't know if you're going to show us this or not, but can you show us how to download the textbooks?
I can show you a link in the Student Resource Center to do so. It takes a little longer, so I don't know if I'll have the time to do that in this tutorial, but I will be able to show you where to get knowledge-based help on how to do so, as well as I can give you the name of the app.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Is there any other questions before we move on?
Yes, please. This is Michael. I just would like to ask about when you are talking, you are saying when you will get. So what is the time frame or timeline to get all this information sent out to us?
So your student service advisor and admissions advisor should be getting you this information before the weekend, or they'll be emailing it to you over the weekend. It depends on where you're at in your admissions process. But during the onboarding process, after that's completed, they should send you a link to access your email with your login, as well as your Learn Center and Student Portal usernames and passwords.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, excuse me. I have another question, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. There are two deadlines. One is on Wednesday and the other one is on Sunday. So the one on Wednesday, it's for what exactly? I mean, I understood the one on Sunday is to submit something, but what's on Wednesday?
So each class is a little different, but no class will have. So all of our classes have similarities to them. Some classes have different due dates for different things, and you'll have to look through the class. I'll show you what I mean by the Wednesday and Sunday assignments, but all of our classes will have assignments either due on Monday, on Wednesday, or on Sunday. No other days. That way you can plan out to do your work, and we also want to give you time to do your work too. But I think I'll be able to better answer your question once I'm showing you the discussion post and the assignments in the tutorial.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, I am going to go through the tutorial real quick and show you how to log in, what to do, where to go to log in, and then also a little bit about the Learn Center, because the Learn Center is where you take your classes. So you can always go to our website, go over to students and click on Learn Center to access your courses. But they'll also provide you with a link to quickly go to there. But this is a foolproof method for you to always get to the Learn Center. Is go to our website, caluniversity.edu, go over to students, and then click on Learn Center. Once you click on this, it'll open up an area for you to put your information in. And I already did so. So here is my demo account. So here you can see a bunch of stuff. This is what the Learn Center looks like. So as you can see on the front of the page, it tells you what time it is on the West Coast and Pacific Standard Time so that you can know when you have to get your assignment submitted by. We also provide you with university updates. So for example, Labor Day, a little while ago at the beginning of September, we announced that the administrative office would be closed. So we do announcements like that. We describe the new Turnitin plagiarism scanner, all of this. So this is a great place to go for university-wide updates. But to go over a few of the tabs, so this is the home tab. This is what it looks like. There's the My Courses tab. So from clicking on this view, you can see all the classes that you have access to. And then you can also filter them. If you click the Student Portal tab, I'm not going to do it because it'll pull me away from the page. But if you click this, it will bring you into the Student Portal and allow you to put your credentials in. Then there's the Student Resource Center. So this is where you're going to find a ton of help as well as guides for you to get some of the resources we offer, as in the Student Resource Center. So as you can see, it describes to you what is in each of these tabs on the left bar. But if you scroll down, you can see the APA template, the dissertation template for doctorate students, reference guide to the 7th edition of APA, and then in important resources, you'll be able to find a lot more. So what I mean by that is you can find the transcript request form, the CIU student handbook, the course catalog and academic calendar, our academic policy and CIU book list. The book list is great because the books we provide you in the course room are like online versions of the book, but if you want a copy of the book for yourself, you can always go to the CIU book list and find out what your book is so you can find it. It tells you who's your student service advisor. So currently, all students with the last name A through K go to Eduardo Hernandez, and other students' last names L through Z see Tina Asmino Bar. So these are your student services advisors. If you ever have any questions for them or any comments, you can feel free to contact them. And then there's some useful tools to help you. There's the vital source that shows you how to get it and the application, all the links for that. The Microsoft Office that we provide you that you should download when you get access to your email. I highly suggest just doing that right away. There's guides for that here. There's a guide to tell you how to get Grammarly, how to put it into your documents, how to upload it and everything, and all the access codes. And then also there's the Student Turnitin sandbox. So this is where you can test your similarity check, check your plagiarism scores on your assignments before submitting them in your course. And there's also other resources like writing resources where you can find more on writing, templates, a ton of knowledge-based help to help you, technology resources, national resources, a bunch of different help here. But that's the Student Resource Center. There's also the LIRN online library where you can click on this and it takes you to a new page to start searching through there. And then there is our help tab. So again, I highly suggest if you ever have any questions, don't know where to go, you can go to the student help tab, go to put your information in, request how you want to be contacted and what the issue is. And then you'll submit it. This can also be found at caluniversity.edu/help if you can't get access to the Learn Center. So I'm going to go back home and I want to go into the course room. I'm going to showcase GRC 600 today. So As you can see, there's these 3 lines on the side. This is how I navigate through the course room. So here you can see your dashboard, which is this, the calendar, and the courses you're currently enrolled in. So I'm going to click on GRC 600, which can also be found in your courses tab. So I'm going to click on this and it brings me into the GRC 600 demo course. So now you can see the sidebar has changed. It is showing a lot more options. So from these, you can see who else is in your class. You can see your current grades. You can go to the start here, which is what you should do the instant you get in class. You go and then you go to start here. You can either click on the page at the bottom to go to the next tab, or you can use the sidebar to navigate. I use the sidebar. It is so much easier. Don't put yourself through the hassle of having to click through a bunch of stuff. So I use the sidebar, I go to start here, and here it gives you the description of the course, the syllabus, tools, and the course overview, as well as links to the book, as I said, that green puzzle piece, an area for your instructor to put their contact information, so your instructor can put a little bit about themselves, their office hours, and any specific course policies that they have. There's a course announcements that professors can post announcements in each week, or if they have something they want to announce, like maybe they're noticing a subject, an assignment is really difficult for all students, they'll make an adaptation and announce it there. And then also there's a Q&A form for any questions you have. But just so you know, if you post in any of these, everyone in your class can see them. So if you have questions that you prefer to keep between you and your instructor, you can always reach out to them via email or set up a time to meet with them during their office hours. Those are great ways to get assistance. So I want to go to week 1. So there's, as I said, in the bottom right, you'll be able to see week 1 that takes you there, but use the sidebar. The sidebar brings you right into the course, shows it to you in a great layout. So as you can see, it tells you what you're going to be learning that week, what you have to do / should do / when it's due. So I like this because let's say I've read and the syllabus and the course expectations, I can check this off. And this is like a way for you to track your progress through the week. And it also, anything that has bold print and a time on it is something that's required for your week. So your introduce yourself assignment is due Monday, 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which you can find at the home. That tells you the overall time here on the West Coast. It also tells you about the discussion post and when it's due, your week 1 assignment, and then also the syllabus and catalog quiz. So I'm going to show you 3 assignments today. I'm going to show you the introduce yourself assignment, the discussion question, and the week 1 assignment. The quizzes are really simple. Once you get into them, you click attempt quiz, and then your quiz questions will pop up. Per example, it tells you how long you have, and then questions will start popping up. I'm going to go back to week 1 by clicking the sidebar. So the introduce yourself assignment, very simple. You read what you have to do. They give you, usually it's a little background on why you're doing it, what you have to do, and then when it's due. And you can simply do that by adding a discussion, typing your post, and then what your subject of your post, and then what your post actually is. And then when you submit it, it'll pop down below showing that you've submitted it. And then if you click on the subject, you can actually respond to other people's posts. Like maybe you want to say, wow, you notice someone that really likes to go camping. You can go, oh, wow, I go camping too. Sometimes I go to the Adirondacks, so on and so forth. I wish I had enough money to go to the Adirondacks, but continuing on with the presentation. So the discussion question is very similar in the layout. So you'll have your assignment and what you have to do, and then also it tells you a guide for posting and responding. So for discussion questions, these are typically due, your post is due by Wednesday. So you need to participate in the discussion addressing the following for this. So there's like a chunk that you need to address. So you'll add your discussion, And then in your responses to your classmates, which are due by Sunday. So your post by Wednesday, your responses due by Sunday. It tells you here, you need to make sure you're responding to 2 classmates. So here is a great example. As you can see, I've done this a few times. So you can click on someone's assignment, you can read what they have to write, and then respond to their post. These are going to be longer. This is just a test to show you what it looks like. But to reply to a post, if you click on the reply underneath their subject, you can reply to the post and it will pop up like this. But if you want to reply to someone's reply, you'll have to click the reply button underneath the reply post. And then you can click this to go back to the discussion, or click week 1 to go back to week 1. And then for an assignment, the assignment, it gives you all the steps that you need to do to complete it. This week 1 assignment for GRC 600's getting you used to using the OneDrive or the Google Drive. But it also, if you scroll down, you can find out about the submission status of your document. So here is an example of that. So if you haven't submitted something, it'll say no attempt or let you know if you have submitted it.
Hi. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just listening to a course. 1 second. Thanks.
And then there's also a area that tells you the grading status of the document, the grading criteria of the rubric.
Oh, I'm watching it.
And then also there's an area of comments.
So I thought I'll just pull over. Yeah.
Can somebody mute their phone, please?
Thank you.
There, I went ahead and muted them. So as you can see, there's the grading rubric that tells you what you have to do for that assignment. The last time it was modified, as well as a comments area for you to comment or your professor to comment. So to upload a document, you'll click on add a submission, and now you'll see a different view. So here you can simply drag and drop a document and put it in the post. This is how your professors are going to want you to submit it, unless they specifically ask you to put text in. So you can drag and drop a post or click on this add button, and it'll give you the option to look through and select different files from your computer. And that is a sneak peek about how to do the course. And then on the first day of class, you actually have the ability to see all the assignments you have to do through the whole course. And then at the bottom, there's a supplementary course resources tab for you. But in short, that is the course in a nutshell. I went through it pretty quickly. But if anyone has any questions, you can feel free to ask now. We are coming to the end of the presentation. I just want to remind everyone that you deserve to be here. You're not alone. There's a lot of students who are taking their degrees to improve themselves, or really they're looking for a challenge or want to move up. And it's not going to be easy, but we're here to help. And as well as it's a process, you're not going to be able to complete this course in 24 hours. It takes time. Even if you're an expert in the subject that you may be learning at the time, it's still going to take time to continue to progress. And you've got this. We're here to help you. And if anyone ever needs help, you can just feel free to contact me as well. I'm an academic support specialist here. I'll be sending you an email today with a link to the presentation as well as the PowerPoint for you to review if you have any questions. But with that being said, we have reared the end of new student orientation. So thank you everyone for coming. And now is another time to ask any questions if you have any. I know that there was a question about the book, so I'm going to show you how that kind of works really quick. So when you click on this, it'll open up a new tab for you and open up the book itself. And as I said, the first time you do it, you have to do things like enable cookies, allow, and then put your stuff in and create an account. And then it gives you access to the book. Or you can go to on your phone, you can look up. The app is called Bookshelf in the Android store, or Bookshelf in the Apple store, the Microsoft store. But both of them, it's going to be Bookshelf, created by Vital Source Technologies, and it'll be a picture of a small orange book with a white lanyard hanging from it. As you can see up here, that's what it'll look like. Any other questions?
Yes, please. Now, most of us might be, I don't know about the rest of us, but let's say working professionals, and you might get squeezed with time. So is there like a summaries that we can refer to, for example, a course summary that we can look at in the resource center? Is there something like that in the?
Yes. So if the course you're currently in, there's going to be a description on the page, as well as if you click on the link for the syllabus, it'll open up the syllabus for you and give you a description with all the classes, everything you're going to do, the class learning outcomes, program learning outcomes, due dates, percentages, everything that you need to know for the class will be in the syllabus. But let's say you want to read up about a class you're going to take down the road, or classes you're going to be taking. You can always go into the Student Resource Center, go to Important Resources, go to the course catalog, and then you'll be able to go through here and find your course or the course you're going to take with a description about it. Is that answer your question?
No, actually, it did not. So anyhow, thank you for your explanation, but it did not. What I'm looking for is basically summary of this reading material. Like, if you're gonna read like 3 or 4 chapters in 2 or 3 days, to me that's an overkill. So I want to see if there are summaries of the reading material. Like, instead of going through the whole book, you can go through a summary or the most important points in the chapter. Is there something like that available?
So, I mean, when it comes to reading and doing your coursework, like, it's something that has to get done. But the professor's not going to expect you to read the book overnight. They provide you with what chapters they need to be done, and some assistance that you may need in the week's instructional materials tab. So, for example, these are what you're going to have to read, and also we provide a tip for using Cornell notes, which are a great way to take notes as you read or as you progress through it. But in terms of like summaries of reading, that defeats the purpose, I think, of reading and learning from the book. But it is up to your professor too, because sometimes they may post something. So it varies between courses.
Okay.
Does that answer the question? I want to make sure I'm actually answering it.
No, you answered it. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? Well, I am going to stop the recording here.